Hello everyone, it is Christy and I am coming at you officially 9 weeks post-op. So yes, I'm sorry I haven't been on here as much. There just really hasn't been a whole lot to report, and it's kind of, I kind of just don't want to bore you guys really. So in case you wonder what this little furry thing is right here, I've got my little dog Zoe. This is Zoe. And she's old. She's like 13. But she decided she wanted on my lap right now. So we all get along with Zoe as long as everyone just decides and agrees that she's a princess and she needs to be treated accordingly. So official weight, I am at 321.2 because I started out at 425. So I officially made it past the 100-pound loss, and that's extremely exciting for me. Even though the first 60 pounds was lost pre-op, I'm still just completely excited. So, I mean, it's a big accomplishment. So yeah, I'm down to 321. I'm really excited, even though I know I have a lot more to lose. But I feel like, I'm just 20 pounds away from getting under 300, and I haven't been under 300 since probably since I was in college, honestly, like probably my freshman year. I think I ballooned then, and so, I haven't been down under 300 in a long, long time. I feel like I had slowed down a whole lot, and then I started exercising a whole lot more. And I know I talked about that in my last video a little bit, but I've been trying to, if I don't walk on the treadmill, I try to take a walk outside, and it's kind of hard to do because it's winter and it's cold, and I don't like going outside in the cold. But I've got 4 dogs that I can walk with. So yeah. Then I've been trying to get in my strength training. I've only lost like a pound this week, but I kind of am hoping that it's because I'm gaining muscle tone. I feel like I've been doing some muscle toning exercises because I feel like maybe if I do those, then my excess skin won't be as bad as it could be. Basically, everything that I've ever heard of is to help combat excess skin. It's just, strength training, and maybe you're just lucky. Like there's some people that have tons of excess skin, and there's some people that don't have any, and there's some people that, I think everybody has some, because obviously you can't be the size that we are when we start this and not have excess skin. Just kind of the way things work. I read an article a long time ago that talked about excess skin, and they said a lot of times what people think is excess skin is actually just very, very stubborn fat. So, and they said, of course, that strength training is the way to get rid of that. So I'm trying to do the arm exercises and crunches and leg lifts and lunges. Lunges are really hard on me because I have crappy knees, and I still have kind of crappy knees. They're getting a little better. So hopefully I don't have any irreversible damage on my knees. Eating habits. I can pretty much, I've realized that I have a problem. I've been having issues with milk. The less fat in it, the better. So like 2% milk is really hard on me. 1% is a little easier, and then skim milk is probably the easiest. So I'm probably going to have to start drinking skim milk, which kind of sucks because I don't like skim milk. And I was like, well, when we talked about putting milk back into our diet, I was talking about, well, let's get 1% because at least it's not cloudy water. I feel like that's all it is. It really does seem like my taste buds have changed a little, but it's not in the way I expected. It's like things that didn't normally used to be spicy are spicy to me. And just if they have like a little bit of spicy seasoning in it or something. I made some coffee this morning and I put a little bit of sugar in it because I haven't had an issue with sugar, but I'd put too much salt in it so I could taste the salt, and I was like, I really kind of want to try to neutralize the flavor of the salt. So I put just a tad bit of sugar, and it was way too sweet. I was just like, oh. Let me show you one of the other little turds. Oh, this, is Boomer. Hi, Boo Boo. This is Boomer. He is a Bichon. Hi. No. He's crazy, and he won't stay up here. And the other one, I guess you can't see him. God, I'll have to show you my messy ass room. That's Tigger over there. he's a Yorkie and he's very temperamental, and if I pick him up, he'll growl at me. Interesting actually, and something that I'm really excited about, I've noticed lately, it's something that I noticed when I've noticed even more than when I was just a couple weeks out, is that, you know, you talk about that little food monster that hangs out in my stomach and is like, come on, keep feeding me, you know, and just like, just won't shut up. I've noticed that that food monster has been very quiet lately. I think it's just my body's gotten used to exactly how much I can eat, and it's just my brain's just kind of like, okay, we give up, you know, she can only eat this much. We're not gonna pitch a bitch because, and I mean, I'll get hungry for like a snack or something, and I'll want a snack, and I'll go get something small, but it's never something that is something I'm not supposed to have, something that's out of, you know, that's not in my calorie range, any of that stuff. So, I mean, but last night I noticed it because, if you remember, I don't know if I put it on the video or on my blog, but, um, the first time I had the hunger monster show up was when Kay made this like crab meat bake with cheese and onions, and like I think it was had like cream of shrimp soup and all this stuff in it, and it was so good, and I wanted to eat the whole thing, and I just like made myself or something. Like I ended up eating a ton of it, and probably more than I should have. And I mean, I didn't get sick or anything because I ate it slowly, but I just couldn't stop that food monster. But last night I made a because I am not a cook. You will very rarely hear me say I have cooked anything because I don't cook. I generally suck at it, and I leave the cooking up to Kay. That's just kind of how it works. Well, I found this recipe for a crab quiche. I just followed the directions, and I also it asked for pie crust, and I didn't put the pie crust in it. I just sprayed the pie tin down with Pam and just poured the stuff in it. And I baked that last night, and I had a couple pieces of it. I mean, it was more than, you know, that. It was a couple pieces, but I had a couple of it over, you know, a few hours. There's still over half of this quiche left in there. So, you know, but before I would have gobbled it all down because it was good. It was really good. It's just, what are you doing? Boo likes to do hood rat stuff. Yeah. Are you a good boy? Boo is oftentimes not a good boy. He likes to chew panties. He's like, I want away. I want away from you. Could be in a butthead. Alright, fine, go. Anyway, other than that, everything else is going great, and I just kind of wanted to pop in, let you guys know how I was doing. Hope everyone is doing well on their journeys, and if you're not losing, and if you're not exercising, then maybe that's what you need to do, because that's what I needed to do, for sure. So, that's all I've got for you right now, and I will be back some other time. See you later.